These flatlands, where the borders of Niger, Nigeria, and Chad meet, are known as the Triangle of Shame. Slavery flourished here until recently. Prince Almowandara of the Tuareg tribe has launched a campaign to make this tradition history. Today, he's visiting one of the more prominent victims, Hadijatou Mani Koraou. Prince Almo helped the young woman on her challenging journey to secure her freedom. Hadijatou was just 12 when she was sold into slavery for $250. The man who bought her already had a number of wives. She spent 10 years working for her owner and also had 2 children by him.
I worked the fields and cared for my master's first 4 wives. I cooked all the food, did all the laundry, took care of the animals. I was a slave, and my owner called me a slave.
Prince Almo's mother was herself a slave. What he finds particularly disturbing is that the status of slavery is inherited in the female line.
A slave wife has no rights and must obey no matter what's done to her. Even if she's killed, nothing happens. It's as if you killed a goat.
In 2003, the Niger government passed an anti-slavery law. In practice, however, it was still tolerated. It's remained a widespread phenomenon, affecting tens of thousands of women. At least 12.3 million people in the world today are trapped in slave-like conditions. Hadijatou can neither read nor write. It was only after years in captivity that she discovered she had a right to her freedom.
One day I went to the village and brought Hadijatou's owner before the village chief. I informed him that slavery was now forbidden.
Hadijatou was eventually given a certificate of liberation and finally had the courage to leave. But she was unable to take her children with her. She married a local farmer and began a new life. But her former master had the authorities charge her with bigamy. Hadijatou was arrested. She was 6 months pregnant at the time. It was at this point that Hadijatou's plight caught the attention of international human rights organizations. Anti-slavery campaigner Romana Cacciole provided Hadijatou with legal support. She took the case to the Court of Justice of the Economic Community of West African States.
What we need now is implementation. Because we cannot say today that slavery is abolished. It's abolished in law, but not in practice. So the point is that we want to get states to take the slavery issue seriously.
The day the verdict was announced, the courthouse was packed with lawyers, journalists, and government representatives. At the center of things, Hadijatou Mani Koraou. The judge's ruling set a precedent. Niger and 14 other member countries in the Economic Community of Western African States are obliged to abolish slavery. The Niger government was ordered to pay Hadijatou 15,000 euros in compensation.
Hadijatou has been a victim of slavery, and the Niger government is responsible for this.
Hadijatou's triumph in court made history.
I'm so happy. All the slave owners who hear this verdict will now be scared.
Hadijatou's case has now set the ball rolling. Women in the Triangle of Shame now know that they can fight for their rights and that it's a battle worth waging.